In the wake of the battle, Lee determined that he had to withdraw, that the day was not his, and he would have to take his army back into Virginia. He did so probably for the same reason that he had resisted Longstreet's counsel to stand on the defensive and to simply shift his army and await Meade's attack. He had run out of food, and he didn't know where to get any more. His supply lines really didn't exist because he had no supply line with any base in the South. So he had to retreat back into Virginia, and he only hoped that Meade had been battered enough by the battle that he wouldn't be able to organize an effective pursuit. So Lee simply sat in front of Meade for a day, in effect daring the enemy to attack, while he tried to organize a retreat. He wanted this retreat, of course, to be orderly and not lead to the annihilation of his army. It rained an incredible amount, off and on the 4th of July, 1863. It was as though nature was trying somehow to absolve these men of the heinous crimes they had committed by killing each other, and wounding each other, and maiming each other. Very, very late at night, in the aftermath of Pickett's charge and the climactic third day at Gettysburg, Lee called to his headquarters John D. Imboden, who was a cavalry commander. He wanted Imboden to lead the wagon train of supplies and wounded men. Actually, most of these wagons were empty of supplies. They were filled with wounded, however. Lead the wagon train back south, back into Virginia, over another road system than the one in which he intended to take his army. So Imboden arrived at Lee's headquarters late. Lee arrived even later still, perhaps at 1 o'clock in the morning. And Imboden described in his memoirs what it was like to encounter this beaten general who had been already hard at work for hours trying to organize not victory, but some way to stave off greater defeat, and in this case, a retreat. Imboden wrote down, after perhaps a minute or two, he suddenly straightened up to his full height, turning to me with more animation and excitement of manner than I had ever seen in him before. He said in a voice tremulous with emotion, "I never saw troops behave more magnificently than Pickett's division of Virginians did today in that grand charge upon the enemy. And if they had been supported as they were to have been, we should have held the position and the day would have been ours." This was Lee's analysis of what had happened at Pickett's charge. They had broken through the enemy line, but they hadn't been supported. were they to have been, is the question. Obviously, Lee thought so. By whom must be the next question. And the answer has to be Longstreet.